Hello, family. Please like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification button so you're notified when I post new content. Let's do it. Let's talk Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo seems like his career has been put on hold indefinitely for the foreseeable future. He can't get the bag. His last couple shows have been canceled for security reasons, and we all know that's going to follow him from city to city as he chooses to pick different cities and venues to perform. Because nobody's going to, and no insurance company's going to pay for that, and he's not going to get enough of the local political support to perform there with that kind of with the climate the way it is. So instead of tamping it down so that he can get back to the bag, he's been spotted here recently carrying a laser guided rifle and going to different hoods and talking about free little Tim, the his friend, his associate that's currently locked up for the alleged murder of King Von. You would think that he would be trying to get back to that bag and laying low right now. That's what a smart brother, somebody, one of his OGs, if he has an OG, needs to pull him aside and let him know this is not the way you shake and move right now. I mean, you've basically killed your bag for a minute. And with most artists, that's where they make their most money is outperforming. And with the COVID as like it is, the pandemic like it is, that's already hindered your ability to earn. And then you're gonna cut your funds even shorter with this beef or whatever it is. You know, I don't want to call it a beef because I don't know, but whatever it is, it's keeping you from the bag. So, as I stated, I hope cooler heads will prevail in this climate with a lot of our young artists will cease and desist, and they can get back to making this money because a lot of them are very talented. Let's talk Dave Chapelle. Now, Dave Chapelle just released Unforgiven. It's a 14-minute segment on him referencing how he was done with the Dave Chappelle show. I'm sure a lot of you, like myself, thought that when Dave left that show that he had made a lot of money. But from Dave, what Dave states in this special is he left, they never paid him and still haven't paid him today. And when he was pitching the idea initially to HBO, the executives at the time, Dave's exact words were, "What we need you for," and kicked him out the office. Now here we are years later, like a lot of other companies, not to just a single HBO out, you know, but a lot of companies use our talent and our likenesses and don't pay us for our worth, and then we have to struggle to make a living while they're living high on the hog, and that's the way it's been, and that's the way it is currently. And Dave is brave to come out in a segment like that, and not only say it like he said it, because you know with Dave, I'm a fan of Dave Chapelle as well. Dave always gives you some comedic relief, but there's also a lot of truth in his deliveries. You know, so and that's why he's appreciated, like he's appreciated and respected for the work, his body of work. So he's asking in this special Unforgiven not to boycott any particular company, but to actually don't watch the show, the Dave Chappelle show. And that says a lot. Because he still hasn't gotten paid, and he still wants to get paid for it. And I believe if they're using his likeness and his show and his talents, like any other company, any other talent, any other invention, innovation, the person is paid for the contribution to the works. That's why there's contracts for that. And not only contracts, because Dave signed the contract, but he was young, like a lot of young people do, and they're thirsty and they have families. And but should a person be able to sign a contract? Please comment in the comment section. Should a young person or older person be liable to a company to where you can never use your own likeness? Because now David Chappelle can even produce another Dave Chappelle show because they own his name, his likeness, in perpetuity. So comment in the comment section if you think even though he signed the contract, he may have signed the contract as a young man, hungry young man. I'll add it to that. You know, a lot of us do stuff when we're young that when we get smarter, and we know shouldn't have done. But should we be held for life to that? You know, they used to call that slavery. But let's move on to something more positive. NLE Choppa. Now, NLE Choppa is a rap. I don't even need to give this young man any kind of intro. But this young man is putting a little positivity out there in this climate, and that's good to see. Obviously, he's either seen or somebody in his circle seen that he knows firsthand that Famous Dex, and I'm sure we're all familiar with Famous Dex, was allegedly using some mind altering drugs, allegedly in a bad way, and needed some help. Well, NLE Choppa made a plea to his crew and the people around him, somebody get him some help. Somebody help this young brother out. Not to try to diss him or anything like that, but to put a sincere plea out there for somebody in his circle to pull this young man's shirt tail and save him. And instead of Famous Dex taking it personal, he showed class too, and what a young king he was, and thanked young Choppa for the concern, and stated that he was all right. Actually, he was fine. Exact words was he looked good and he feel good. So I'm glad that both young men are feeling good, and that there's still some positivity out there with some of them young brothers, and they can shake and move and comment without a whole lot of violent retribution behind it. You know. Well, thank you for tuning in again. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I will catch you on the next.